Gang, we made it to Friday. It's been a long week. We've been working this whole week. We've been coming up to WinStar every day to record these tips for you.
This couch is getting very warm because we've been here for 20 minutes.
It's been a while, yeah. But today we're talking about kind of the integrating thing of taking those breaks, and what I'm going to do is relay a story about my recent trip to Vegas and what had happened and why I should have taken a break and I didn't. And we'll have more after this.
All right, as always, guys, we want to welcome all of you new people to the Gamble Smart channel. We do this kind of stuff every single day of the week, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Central Time. We are here to make you more informed and better gamblers overall by teaching you some knowledge and some tips and tricks on things to do in the casino so you can ultimately walk out with more cash. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and ring that bell for notifications. You know the drill. All right, Dave, we're talking about breaks today, and why are they important when you're inside of a casino? And what is it exactly?
They're important because, when you're taking a break, it means I have either won or lost. It doesn't matter which. Or maybe I'm just tired.
Good point.
Or maybe I'm just not feeling it. I step away from the games, maybe even step away from the casino, maybe even go to bed for the night, depending on what time of day it is and all that. And so on my recent trip, what I had done was, because it was a little bit more chaotic, I wasn't quite in tune with my budget and everything else, and I lost my daily budget in the first day. And that happened, and then I started chasing.
Yeah.
And now the important part of this is that as soon as I realized I was chasing, I cut it off.
Yeah.
So I went through my daily budget and my reserve, which Mark knows I never touch my reserve.
Yeah, he never does.
It's a reserve just in name alone. It's sort of just so I have a comfort nest of there.
Right.
But I went through it. And so that was like, wait a minute, I see what I did wrong. I started chasing the wins.
Yeah.
I started like, okay, I need to make that money back. And that's the wrong mindset.
Yeah, I mean, how many of you have been through that? I think about all the times where, I've played a machine for a little while, put $300 or $400 in, just can't seem to get a win, and it's really hard to walk away from that because you want to walk away with something, like some kind of celebration, some kind of bonus, some kind of progressive or something. And it's hard to break that cycle when you're still seeking that.
Yep.
And that's where it's always personally gone wrong with me, is because I like to play a game that has some action in it. And if I'm not getting that action, then I'm just going to keep pumping money until I get that action. And that's a slippery slope, as you know.
Very slow. It can dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. You can slip into your reserve. You can start going to the ATMs. You can start doing cash advances, stuff like that, to try to get back to where you were. But we all know what happens. You get back to where you were, and what do? You wake up the next day and you start that process all over again. So taking breaks is very critical, but it's going to be different for each person on what you need to look for, because people play differently. For me, I am trying to only put a certain amount of money in a machine at a time, and if I end up exhausting that, I really try to make a decision at that point to get up and walk away, go do something else, go find another machine, or go up to my room for a little while, 30 minutes or something, and kind of just bring myself back down to normal levels to figure out what it is. Yeah, come back down to earth. And realize, you know what, just take the L, and hopefully the next one will be bigger. But the important thing is to take that break so that you can kind of put yourself back in a neutral state and reason with yourself.
And to key this into the gambling buddy part was, as soon as that had happened to me, I messaged Mark and said, I was an idiot, I did this. And we analyzed it of what went wrong. I'm like, I started chasing, I know I started chasing right at this point. And now what happened was, I stopped there, I came back the next day with my new budget, and I actually did really well. I got off that mindset, and I was taking the wins, the small wins like we talked about earlier in the week, and those added up.
Yeah.
But had I kept going on that same night, it would have just gotten worse and worse.
Worse and worse.
I was already on the downward spiral, and nothing was going to stop at that point.
And you guys know what that feels like. You start getting really sweaty, even though it's not hot in there.
You get anxious.
You start, shaking and stuff like that. So if you think you're ever getting into that spot, I know it's really hard, but you got to break that cycle. You got to get out of the casino in that situation. Don't just say, I'm going to go take a break and watch somebody else play, because that's worse to me. It's like trying to quit smoking, and then you go over to a party and everybody's smoking. It's hard. So you need to remove yourself sometimes, going up to your room, walking outside or something, just to kind of bring yourself back to normal. So
that's very true.
And we wanted to do this tip especially on Friday, because I know a lot of you are heading out to the casino this weekend.
This weekend we are.
Are we? We've been here all week.
No, we just got here today.
I know. But anyway, as always, guys, gamble smart.
Gamble safe.
Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you Monday morning. Take care.